Buenos dias, y'all. RGT85 here. Hope everyone's having a great day, but we got some video game news to talk about. A couple stories going on that I definitely want to cover. If this is your first time on the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like, share, all that stupid crap. Thank you guys so much for watching that video yesterday. I was kind of worried about how it was going to do, but in the same breath, like, I didn't really care. It was just something that was bothering me, and I know it was sort of like darker than what we normally talk about and stuff, but it was just something that was bothering me. I wanted to get that off my chest. I wanted to talk about it, and I got a lot of nice emails, a lot of nice comments, a lot of nice messages. Thank you guys so much for all that. But yeah, sincerely, thank you for watching that video. If you didn't watch it, make sure you guys check it out after checking out this video. But let's jump into what's going on in the world of video games, and we're going to start things off with Halo Infinite, because Halo Infinite has been the source of a lot of drama, and you know, some of it is warranted. I feel some of it is just very, very unwarranted. Now, as far as the warranted stuff is concerned, it's okay to complain about the fact that there aren't a lot of game modes in Halo Infinite's multiplayer. Now, you shouldn't be doing things like, you know, doxing and trying to swap people and death threats and stuff like that, because that's weirdo behavior. But to go out and say, hey, you know, it's kind of BS that we don't have something as simple like Team Slayer or SWAT, you know, staples from Halo games in years past, not available in the Halo multiplayer right now, I could definitely understand why people are upset by this, especially considering the fact that, you know, you can still buy this game. This is something that you could still purchase. Although the multiplayer aspect of it is free, you could still expect a bit more. So I understand that. I don't like the fact that they shut down the Reddit because of a few bad apples. They did put the Reddit back up, but you know, I feel like people should be able to voice their opinions, and just the bad apples should just get like punched in the face or something like that. Don't treat everyone the same because of a few bad people. But on the other hand, there's more weirdo behavior, and this is from actual console war fanboys who still exist in the year of 2021, which absolutely baffles me. But there's a lot of drama right now because Halo Infinite's single player campaign is of course coming out on Wednesday, and this game hit Metacritic, and it's currently sitting at an 86 on Metacritic right now, which is pretty high. You know, that's a very good score for the Halo campaign experience. It seems very different. It seems a lot less linear as previous Halo campaigns are concerned. I'm saying it seems that way because, as you know, I have never played a Halo campaign before. I only play the multiplayer, but I might actually check this out. I like the sort of open aspect of the game, and it seems like you can do some real cool stuff with the physics engines. But here's the problem, and it's something that I've noticed with specific games, is people are freaking out over this review score and like going after reviewers and being like, you overscored this review score is wrong, it should be lower, you said the game has problems, blah 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 blah. First and foremost, that is why I do not do scores on the game. I feel like when I speak about a game, you should be able to interpret whether or not this is a game that I am recommending, and if it is a game that I recommend, you should know that. I shouldn't need to give an arbitrary number to a game in order for you guys to be interested in it, and I appreciate you guys watching my reviews because of that. But in the same breath, it's like, why are you so bent out of shape about a person's opinion over a game if it's not factually incorrect? You know, if somebody says, well, Halo is a bad real-time strategy game, then okay, yeah, because, you know, it's a first-person shooter. But if it's just someone's opinions on how the game actually plays, that's not a big deal. People are absolutely freaking out over this, and it's weirdo shit. It's weirdo behavior, and you know what? It only really happens on exclusive games. If a third-party game comes out that's a multi-platform game, nobody cares. Nobody questions the review scores of it. Oh, it's fine, you know, it's available on everything. But if it's a PlayStation-only game, if it's a Nintendo-only game, if it is an Xbox-only game and it gets a high score, then people are like, well, wait just a damn second now. This isn't right. I have an Xbox, and, you know, you can't give Ratchet a good score. I have a PlayStation. You can't give Metroid Dread a good score. It's weirdo shit behavior. Who cares about somebody else's opinion on a video game to the point of where you're like so butthurt about it that you have to go on Twitter and complain about it and single out people? If it's not factually incorrect, let it go. If it's factually incorrect, if there are mistakes in the review, such as NBA 2K is a really fun football game, then yes, by all means, criticize that review because they obviously did not do their due diligence with the game. But stop this weirdo behavior, tribalism shit. Like, it's bizarre. This is the only industry that it really exists in. You don't see this with like music record labels. Like, I only want to listen to, I don't know, Def Jam. Is Def Jam still around? I only listen to Def Jam records. I'm not going to listen to Shady Records or something like that. It's bizarre. It's weirdo behavior, and Hypnotized Minds is the best record label anyways when it comes to rap music. But yes, stop this. Stop this nonsense now. And finally, there are some interesting changes, and one is actually a surprise change coming to the Nintendo Switch eShop, which is definitely needed because the eShop kind of sucks. Like it kind of sucks. It's slow, it's clunky, there's way too much crap on it, it's hard to navigate. Simplify the eShop. But one of the main problems with the Nintendo Switch eShop was, of course, the fact that if you ordered something, if you pre-ordered something through the eShop, you actually couldn't cancel your pre-order. Even if it was before the game came out, you had a very limited window of time to cancel that pre-order, and if it extended that window of time, you were just shit out of luck, which always was a very bizarre decision to me because the game isn't out yet. What difference does it make? If I buy the game physically and pre-order it and put down $5 at GameStop and I say, hey, you know what, GameStop, I don't want to do this anymore. I want my $5 back. They'll gladly give you your $5 back. And pretty much every other online store does this, but Nintendo actually was the only one to not do this. And it was actually a legal problem over in Europe because of the fact that, well, it sort of goes against European law. Germany actually sued Nintendo over this and took them to court and was like, yo, you need to get rid of this policy. You need to allow people to be able to cancel their pre-order situations if they do it digitally through your eShop. And at first, it didn't seem like any change was going to come. Nintendo actually won a legal battle about a year or so ago over this. But right after that, it was appealed, and the appeal is actually gaining progress now with Nintendo actually losing a court case. Yes, they have lost this court case in Europe now. So Nintendo will have to change their pre-order policy for digital stuff on the Nintendo Switch eShop, at least only in Europe right now, because you know, that's just European law. I guess it's not a big deal here in the States or any other sort of region, but it's just weird to me. It's weird that Nintendo sees this as such a big deal, not being able to cancel people's pre-orders. Like, why can't I do that? It's my money and I need it now, maybe, you know, maybe I need to call JG Wentworth, 877 cash now. I don't understand why it's a big deal for Nintendo to actually implement this policy, so much in fact that it goes through the legal system. But this change is coming. It's for Europe only though, but there is a change. There is a change in the worldwide Nintendo Switch eShop, and they've actually added in a new tab for games that you can find. I actually noticed a bunch of new stuff on here, but looking at the featured section over on the Nintendo Switch, it's actually pretty interesting. Alright, so go over to the feature tab on your Nintendo Switch and you will notice some new things on here. We of course have some new games that have released, you know, they're obviously going to be featured the new Fortnite stuff, but hey, I've never noticed this before. The Indie World November Indie Recap section showing you games that were available and showcased during that. The Game Awards nominees are also here. Why is Knockout Kings a game that's nominated for anything? No, but or Knockout City, whatever the hell it's called. I doubt anyone is actually playing that game anymore. Short and sweet games if you want to take your time and play something, you know, something short and sweet. But scrolling on down, Hidden Gems, Metal Jesus here, back again with my pal Snesky. How's it going, bro? But scrolling down the list here, this is the new thing that I wanted to show you guys. The most played section. Software with the highest average playtime over the last 2 weeks. Now, this was updated yesterday. I'm actually filming this very late at night or very early in the morning on the 7th. So let's take a look at this because these are the games that the kids are playing. These are the games that are the most played games. The highest average playtime over the past 2 weeks. And there are some questionable titles on here, people. I have to question what you guys are playing. So this guy is 6. Okay, whatever. Football Manager Touch. I can understand why people are interested in that. You know, football, soccer, it's popular. AAA clock. You have a cell phone. You have a damn cell phone. Use the damn cell phone. Do not support this company who released a stupid freaking clock for your Nintendo Switch. You're just wasting your Switch. What is wrong with you? Some of these games I've never even heard of before. What are you? Garden Paws? Garden Paws. This is one of the most played games. This is the hot shit with the kids right now. But I've never heard of this game. So you know what? I guess this is doing its job because it's, what the hell is this? Grow? The Crow? Grow. Song of the Evertree. Never heard of this game before. I kind of like the art style though. That's pretty. But this is obviously Grow Your Own World. Yeah, game that I would never play. We have some normal games on here. What is this? A visual novel. Empire of Sin. It's horrible on the Switch. Who is playing that? Who is playing something? I have to question the validity of this list because while I get it, you know, a game like Civilization, you know, people are obviously going to play that. Ni no Kuni, an RPG. Makes sense. And really, if you think about it, this list is going to be filled with RPGs because that's what people play. Who the hell is playing Ark? Who is playing Ark on the Nintendo Switch? You need help. You need to seek help because that game is horrible. Horrible on the Switch. Like, at least there's some good stuff down here, you know, NBA 2K, The Witcher, the Complete Edition, Dying Light, but there are some definitely very questionable titles on here. Mortals, you know, Outer Worlds, okay, Kingdoms of Amalur, new DLC coming for that. Like, this is the normal stuff down here, but yeah, so Nintendo Switch owners, the hot shit with the kids are these weird games that I've never heard of. Games like, what is this called? Because I couldn't read the Pio Fior, Fated Memories. But you know what? I would have never heard about this game. And if somebody comes up to me and says, you ever heard of Pio Fior, Fated Memories? I will be like, yes, it's one of the most played Nintendo Switch games to date. So I do like this feature. I think this is a nice feature, and it kind of goes to show you what people are actually playing on the Nintendo Switch for long periods of time. Like I said, RPGs are definitely going to be on here, but the other games, I think it makes it very interesting to see what people are playing. So I like this new addition to the Nintendo Switch eShop. Now, just make the damn thing run faster. Alrighty, so that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to give me your feedback in the comments section down below. Are you upset about Halo getting a good review score? And if you are, why? Why? And the Nintendo Switch eShop. The changes are coming. If you live in Europe, if you're in the US, you're screwed. You're never going to be able to cancel your pre-order. And the addition of the featured listing for the highest played titles for the past 2 weeks. Do you like this feature? Do you not like this feature? What improvements would you like to see on the Nintendo Switch eShop? And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like, share the video, and all that sort of stuff. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.